Okay, let's go. As spawning in the top right hand corner of oh god, what was the name of this map? Vermees? I think it's Vermees. In the top right hand corner we have the South Korean Protoss player, the pink Protoss. It is Prome. Vermeer, that's it, Vermeer. Thank you. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner we have the Brood War Protoss player. I should say we have the random player rolling Brood War. It is StarAtt. Let's go. As we are settling into our PV random, welcome on all to Vermeer. Vermeer is another one of the quote-unquote newer maps in the tournament map pool. It was added relatively recently, I think last month, I want to say, or maybe even less than a month ago, was added and is another older Brood War map that was ported in. And of course, as you can see, 4-player spawn. 4-player spawn where we have top right, top left, bottom left, and bottom right. 4 possible spawn locations. We can see both players, they do scout horizontally, looking for their opponents. A little bit more important for Prome because he does not know what he's up against. He's still trying to determine whether he's up against Protoss, Terran, or Zerg. So let's move in. And Prome, he will be the first to confirm. So he will scout his opponent. As StarAtt is going top right, and Prome, he does come in bottom left. And he will confirm the 2-gate opener. 2-gate opener out of StarAtt. Also confirms that he is Protoss. And StarAtt, he will get eyes on the cross spawns here of Prome, or diagonal spawns. Here we go. Mr. DeWalt game just ended, papi, just ended. It was a very chaotic series, is what I will say. It was very chaotic. I did appreciate that we got some macro out of the ace match. Likewise, we have Prome going for a 2-gate opener himself, looking to expand. Likewise, so should StarAtt as he moves out with his first Zealot. Oh, shout out to the SE Evo mod. The logo. One of the more interesting things about this map is are these little points of elevation. We have these I guess ramps or these points of elevation here scattered throughout the map. High ground is that much more important in StarCraft Evolution. For those that are maybe unaware, there is a mischance. There is a mischance now that was recently added. I say recently, I think it was back in like January-ish. January, February. Was added where now they do include the mischance here, which was removed in StarCraft 2, but now reintroduced into StarCraft Evolution. So high ground and of course tall grass and obscured vision is that much more important. StarAtt does engage, does catch out the stalkers. Does try to catch him out. Oh, does outrange. And will force back Prome. Not a bad stop, but Prome does save the Stalker. And with those reinforcements, he should be able to hold on. One Stalker does go down. Nice pickup. Nice pickup out of StarAtt. StarAtt back at home does expand, going for a Robo follow-up into Reavers. Again, Dragoon Reaver is kind of like the foundation of a lot of builds and a lot of compositions in almost every matchup with Brood War Protoss against Terran, Zerg, and Protoss. So he does go Dragoon Reaver. As the Bay is on the way for a shuttle speed for the Reaver production. Loving the start. He's hiding here in the tall grass. Let's go. And back at home, Prome is expanding. He expands. Likewise, Robo Opener out of Prome. For those that are curious, we did mention this in the previous PvP, but Robo Openers are a little more commonplace from the side of SE2 against Brood War Protoss. Instead of going for Blink-based openers, going for Immortals. Just because they have more value up against Dragoons. So it is very meta and very common to go for the early Robo and the early Immortals. More so than in regular SE2 PvP. Meanwhile, nice catch. Oh! Let's take a little voice off. One Dragoon goes down, he gets one, he gets two. Yeah, StarAtt is overwhelmed. Behind this, no shield battery. Uh-oh. Yeah, late shield battery here out of StarAtt. Aye. Yeah, late response, late reaction. Stalkers are getting to the middle line. Oh. Going for the Dragoons. Nice kiting. Very nice kiting. Does pull away. Stalkers, they don't get too much done here so far, getting 3 probe kills, getting 4. 4 probes go down, reinforcements have arrived, and StarAtt, he holds. Whew, he does hold on. Prome, he has to get the hell out of here, has to pull away. Reaver's coming in. He's going to be forced to fight. Scarab shot going off. Oh, not quite. Not quite yet. Prome dancing out of range. Just on the edge of range there of that Reaver. And he pulls back. Whew. He does pull back. Building up more immortals. Now, upon seeing that immortal, StarAtt, he also knows that it was a robo-based opener. He also knows that there should not be a Twilight Council and Blink. So going for this Reaver drop here is relatively safe. Has to be careful though. There's a lot of value here in this shuttle. A lot of resources, I mean to say. StarAtt moves in. Behind this, saturating his expansion, building up more Reavers, getting into more Dragoons. Does head towards the mineral line. Prome coming in from behind. Oh! Nice shot. Get 6. Get 6 probes. But the shuttle is going to go down. Yeah, it's going to go down. It's going to be a one-way trip. Shuttle speed done. Not in time. Shuttle speed is still not done. And the shuttle will fall. Massive pick-off. And again, that shouldn't have happened. Typically, shuttle speed would have been prioritized a little bit sooner. Still gets 9 probes, which is good. Still a Reaver going down. And now it's time to counterattack. Prome's pushing. Does move out. Does move out. He's got 1 Reaver back at him to defend. We'll see if that's going to be enough. Shout out to the Ursidon. Let's go. As Prome does push. Catching out the Observer. That's moving in. Oh my god. It does avoid the Reaver shot. I think just barely. Yeah, it does avoid it. Clutch pickup. Now behind this, Prome is just containing, just expanding, getting his 3rd base. He doesn't need to push in, doesn't need to break this position. Just contain the red Protoss for as long as he can. So we can see StarAtt trying to break out. That triggers the shields. Triggers the shields, working towards the Citadel, working towards Zealot legs. Does work towards them. And so far, so good. Again, we're just getting into a bit of a lull period here. And again, the goal for Prome is just contain. Just park outside. The Reavers can help break out. As now getting into a 2nd Reaver. StarAtt trying to sneak out as well. Going for his own Zealot run by. Oh, getting another Observer. Nice pickoff. Blink is not yet done. Bit of an overextension. Bleeds out a Stalker. Does bleed out. And, I mean, the problem here is that we do have defensive warp-ins. There are some Zealots moving out across the map. They can try to wreak some havoc and get some economic damage. Oh, nice snipe. Oh my god! That was, what, 2 Reavers? 2 Reavers go down. Brutal pickoff. Ay, ay, ay. And just like that, Prome, his Reaver count almost reset. Down to 1. 1 Reaver left. That was a brutal snipe. Oof. Getting another. Now Reaver count gets reset. Master Goon trying to break out here. Just try to. We have 3 immortals. They're going to be focused down. The 4 Prism as well. Nice pickup. Denies the warp in. But the Immortals do so much here in the back line. They focus down the Dragoons. Celtic coming from behind. Not bad. Tanking shots. But again, this is still a better trade here for Prome. He got 3 Reavers earlier. Finally, StarAtt, he breaks out. I say that. Reinforcements have arrived. Blink is done. And never mind. He cannot break out. He's contained. He's contained here on 2 bases. Ooh. Forcing the blink. More reinforcements on the way. Getting into Adepts. Glaives is done. StarAtt trying to break out. There's the 3rd. Now being taken. And likewise taking his gases. Whew, okay. And we're out. We have broken out. Prome getting a 4th expansion. Still being active. Oh no, oh, the Ursidon! No! Prome. He's an animal. Leave them alone. Now, something that he's going to be hoping for here is to try to slip past the army. Of course, the SE2 Protoss army is more mobile than that of Brood War, so he can go for the mineral lines. Likewise, Reaver's looking very exposed as well. Army gets spotted. The army is spotted. I'm looking for a way in. Yo, Storm is on the way. Let's go. Shot goes off. Just on 1 Stalker. Oh! Shot gets dodged. Nice blinks. Now, Storm is a really rare sight in regular SE2 PvP, but here Storm does hit different for Brood War. As the Reaver's going to go down, massive pickup. Nice snipe, no more Reavers. And Dragoons are getting caught out. Storm is still not done, only halfway complete. And with that, Prome, he will overwhelm. He will overwhelm this army. Collapse on top of the Dragoons, getting the others. Again, that Templar trying to move in, but they can't do anything. They cannot touch this army. And Prome has done it. He's finally broken the back of StarAtt. Again, just containing earlier. GG gets called, and Prome takes game number 1. Whew, GG. Does take a lead in the series. Again, some massive pickups there with those Reavers, or I guess with the shuttles and the Reavers as well. Prome doing a great job at containing, and it can be quite difficult to break out in that position. We did see attempted run-bys and attempted drop play across the map with the Zealots at least, but alas, for the most part, StarAtt just could not leave, could not escape. And with that, GG. Prome takes a lead. Does take a lead, and we'll see if StarAtt, what he rolls on this time. Remember, he is playing random, but I'm curious if that's only for Brood War. Oh. As we are jumping into game number 2. And the roles are reversed. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Frostline, we have the Brood War Protoss player, the pink Protoss, leading the series 1-0. It is Prome. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, or the red Protoss himself, from the land of Taiwan. It is StarAtt. I believe this time picking Protoss, not rolling random. For SE2. For the SE2 side of things. So another PvP. We go. Just catching up with the chat. I think we added Mischance back in December-ish. Yeah, potentially. That was relatively recent. It was after the StarCraft Evolution Full Championship. It was after that. So I want to say like December, January. Why is it always Brood War Protoss? I mean, we were covering Brood War Zerg earlier, if you missed out on the games, and likewise we cover a lot of Brood War Terran whenever we cast some of the other pro players. Bearing in mind this is Code A, so we're not going to be featuring players like Han Mono or Quanta or Kiwian, for example, or Spirit, when it comes to the other Terrans or other Zerg players as well, like 3 Point, or There's another Zerg I'm thinking of Rumiath, that's it. Like 3-point or Rumiath. I'm actually curious. I wonder if Rumiath qualifies for Code A. I'm not sure what Rumiath's MMR is, but maybe. Don't know if he's eligible. Oh my god. Prome, calm down. So far, we do go for a Robo opener here from StarAtt. Robo before expansion. More of an aggressive start. Likewise, Prome doing the same, going for his own Robo. StarAtt setting in for his expansion. Prome, I'm sure, looking to do the same. Why doesn't he poke with his Reavers? Is he afraid he might have Blink? I mean, we saw him attempt to poke with his Reavers and did lose them. So. They're quite fragile units, unfortunately. Quite fragile. Here we go. As neither player has yet to expand. The mortal production has begun. Likewise, Reaver opener out of Prome. As we mentioned, and as we saw in the last game, in a different dynamic, but Reaver openers are very commonplace here in PvP. In Brutal versus SC2. So is going for his Reavers. Adepts, they threaten the Shade. So far, Prome does wall off. He's keeping up. Keeping up with StarAtt. Catching up the first Adept. Checking his vision, he may have barely got a glimpse of that shuttle. StarAtt does turn back around. Going for his own Prism, still no expansion. StarAtt, he will soon have the minerals for it. Yeah, there we go. Now going for his Nexus. Delayed natural here for StarAtt. But he's got his Immortals. Likewise, Prome does push. Setting up for his own Reaver drop. He doesn't prioritize shuttle speed. Just bear that in mind. So going to be a slow drop coming in. Oh, Lackcrash Dragoon's getting caught out. Nice force fields. Yeah, getting one, getting a second. Oh, barely not. Getting one Dragoon so far. There we go, gets a second. We do see Prome getting caught out. Reaver's coming in. Oh, does connect with the Stalker. Not bad. Gets one, gets the other two. Going for the Immortal. Oh, doesn't get it. Hot pickup. Yeah, nice control so far. StarAtt, he dodges the Reaver shot. Moves in. And Prome's in trouble. He is in trouble here. Oh. Has to pull back. Shot goes off. Takes down the Sentry. Takes down the Prism as well. And StarAtt, he will lose everything. He will lose everything here. Nice cleanup from Prome. Takes down the Prism. I keep wanting to say shuttle. God damn it. Takes down the Prism. Takes down the Immortal. Moves in. Remember, a late expansion for StarAtt. He does have a defensive Immortal. The Immortal is out. Now being forced back though. Oh god, lack of speed here is hurting that shuttle. Shuttle goes down. We have a back and forth. Oof. These reinforcements have arrived, but the Dragoons are so low. Yeah, they're barely going down. Still some nice kiting. Likewise, Prome also expands. Again, a later expansion for Prome. Losing another Dragoon. Lose another. And coming into this, I do favor StarAtt. He did get the faster expansion. He's got better saturation, a better economy. He's building up his Immortal counts, not just with the one. Now getting another. Second Immortal's on the way. And there's no shuttle here for Prome. There's no defensive micro here. Or pickup micro, I should say. Start reinforcing. Prome on the back foot. Trying to go for that Immortal. Nice Reaver shot. Reaver shot goes off. Oh, gets a second. Immortal goes down. We'll lose this Reaver though. Oh my god, barely doesn't get that Prism. Prism barely escapes, but the army does not. Nice cleanup from Prome. Shut down the army. Barely does miss that Prism. Adept's going to be shading in. Oh, good. Never mind. One Adept shades in. From here we can see StarAtt going for his own bait. Okay. Going for his own disruptors, I would imagine. Not something I was expecting here on 2 bases, but I'm here for it. So we have the bait on the way for StarAtt. Prome moves out. Shuttle has been rebuilt. Still no shuttle speed. Has gained map control. Back at home, what do we have to defend? 2 Immortals, we have some force fields. We have a decent defensive position here for StarAtt. And I'm assuming these are going to be for Disruptors, not Colossus. Yeah, Disruptors on the way. Actually, I don't think I've seen too much of Disruptor versus Broodwar Protoss. I would imagine it works beautifully, just because in regular PvP you have this back and forth dynamic between Disruptors and Blink Stalkers where you can avoid the shots and blink away and avoid those Purification Novas, but here Dragoons are that much more vulnerable. Meanwhile, let's pick off where 1 Dragoon goes down, trading 1 for 1. Oh! Disruptor is revealed. Take care. Reaver shots are going to be going off. Massive connection, gets 1 Immortal. Oh my god. Oh no, the shuttle! Shuttle goes down. Reavers as well. Massive pick off. And there goes an Nova. And with that, GG gets called. Prome will be overwhelmed. And StarAtt ties up the series 1-1. Whew. GG. We do tie up the series and we're going all the way to the ace match. Let's go. We're going to be loading into Amygdala and we'll see who does rock Broodwar Protoss this time. We have been taking turns in a way. We have been taking turns. And once again, it looks like StarAtt is rolling random. And what does he land on? As spawning in the right hand corner of Amygdala, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the SC2 Protoss. It is Prome. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the Broodwar Protoss player. Did pick random, but did roll Protoss. From the land of Taiwan, it is StarAtt. Here we go. And again, last game it came down to unit control, came down to micro. Of course, StarAtt did have the slightly better economy, that is true. But Prome did panic towards the end there, did take out an Immortal initially, which was an amazing start to the fight, but did lose the shuttle, did lose both Reavers. And alas, StarAtt did snowball out of control. But the PvP does continue. We are settling into the ace match. And we'll see how this goes. We'll see who does advance on. We'll see where this takes us. Now, coming into Amygdala, this is a much larger map of the map pool. Because of that, I do think it's going to be a little bit easier for our players to take their naturals, take their third bases. The third base is also more defendable than that on Frostline. We spoke earlier about how on Frostline the bases are more open, they're more exposed. Here, there are some better choke points and some limited attack paths, so it is more defendable here to take either third location. But I might be getting ahead of myself because we actually haven't seen either of these players take a third in this matchup, in this series. Not yet. Now StarAtt, he does open up with a faster Nexus, true. Does go Gate, Cyber into Expansion, or even Gate Expand. So much faster Nexus here from StarAtt, and the pressure is now on Prome. Prome, he is aware. And my eyes are on this probe. So far, just using for scouting. Keeping it towards the top left. Doesn't hide his second pylon. So standard opener here out of Prome, going 2-gate into Stalker. Into most likely an expansion. But we'll see. Okay, going for the Twilight Council before Nexus. Interesting. Getting into Blink. Now we can throw down a 3rd gateway back at home and a proxy 4th gate. And go for a 1-base all-in. It'd be a little bit more delayed. There's the 3rd... Oh, God. There's the 3rd gateway. Very aggressive. The Prome does scout, does confirm. Big moment there for StarAtt. And are we going for the proxy 4th gate? The Prome is out there. Prome, he may be looking to punish the economic build of StarAtt. There we go, Blink is on the way. The probe is selected. Yeah, probe is coming in, and we're setting up for the proxy. So 1-base all in here from Prome. Here comes the pylon. StarAtt is searching. He does find the pylon. Massive scout here for StarAtt. He knows. He knows what's going on. Starter steps forward. Takes down the first Stalker. Takes down one. Going for the other. Pylon gets denied. Massive pickoff here. Which means no way to reinforce. And so far, Prome is stuck on 3 gateways. He's stuck on 3. Still trying to get that pylon up and running. StarAtt's moving out. And Prome is having a harder time here. There's that 4th gate, but back at home. Again, this gateway was meant to be a proxy. Was meant to be a proxy. But it was denied. Meanwhile, Dragoon's getting caught out. Losing all 3. Oh. Does trade. But we'll lose all 3. Another Dragoon. Let's go. Another Dragoon rallies in. Stalker's reinforcing across the map, which means they're not at home to defend. There's no warp in. Uh-oh. Yeah, no warp in back at home. Nothing to defend. Gateways are on cooldown. There's the recall. Ay, ay, ay. So StarAtt, he does force the recall. Falling back. Behind this with his own 4-gate setup. Observatory's on the way. Getting to a 5th gateway. And right now, all StarAtt has to do is defend. Just defend, just survive. Prome is completely all in. Completely all in at this point. Setting up another pylon. But these pylons are so late, so delayed. There's no safety shield battery here for StarAtt, which is concerning. There's another warp in. Again, warping in 4 Stalkers at a time. That's a lot of Stalkers. It's going to be 10 to 7. 10 Stalkers to 7 Dragoons. Now moving in. Blinks forward. Gets 1. Yeah, it does it while the boys are being pulled. They can tank some shots. And remember, StarAtt, he can afford to lose some probes. So far, he's holding. He's holding on. But again, still just warping in 4 Stalkers at a time, and the Dragoons are being overwhelmed, one after the other. StarAtt just being a little bit too greedy in the response. Now getting to his own Reavers. Reavers on the way. Pylon goes down. StarAtt, he's forced out of his own natural. Trying to move in once again. Is trying to. Likewise, just avoids the probes. Takes out 2 more Dragoons, down to 4. Yeah, 4 Dragoons left. Barely anything against 12 Stalkers. Now, the Reaver may change things. It may be enough. The last Prome, he just goes for the kill. He goes for the throw, takes out every single Dragoon. This is getting out of hand. Reaver, SimCity working against him. Diving on the Reaver. Shot does not go off. And that's game. That's going to be game then and there. There's just nothing to defend. There's 1 Dragoon, 1 Zealot, 2 Zealots even. And Prome has done it. Prome, he has done it. Getting 13 probe kills. Came with the production, takes down another Dragoon. getting forced out of the main base, but he has done crippling damage. 13 probe kills, more reinforcements coming in, base is under fire. Every time, the lack of Scarab is brutal. When the Reaver pops out. Not the first time we've seen that. Yeah, the pylon's under fire, diving on top of the Dragoons, one after the other. There's just one Dragoon left. Oof. And with that, Prome, he just has too much. Against StarAtt, it did feel like he was a little bit too greedy in the defense. GG gets called. Initially had a strong performance, but Prome will take the series 2-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, Prome, it was amazing that he was able to scout the initial proxy, deny the pylons, force the recall. Like, it was a strong start for StarAtt, but it did feel like he was a little bit too greedy. What I mean by that, I mean, we kind of pointed it out towards the end there was no defensive setup, despite the fact that he was fully aware that it was a one base all-in and that he was ahead. There were no defensive shield batteries, there was no setup there at the natural. He was taking up towards his Reavers, that is true, he was taking up in that direction, but the natural was feeling a little more exposed, a little more vulnerable than it otherwise should have been. With that, went for the kill. Prome, he went for the kill, went for the throat, and did win the series. GG. Did take the series. GG, well played. Prome, he will advance on, and we have one match remaining in the quarterfinals. It's going to be a best of 3 between Zardiant and Ledlix. Zardiant, of course, being the only Terran player in the quarterfinals, as Kot was the only Zerg player in the quarterfinals. And here we go. We're going to be loading into Frostline.